So we're going to do a bit of a Q&A. When you guys enter the group, you are sharing your questions and I'm going to answer them. That's how this works. Let me share the screen. And here we go. So what are the advantages of a PhD student over an MBA student in getting a job at MBB? There is none. It doesn't matter. They take any background. You can be a sociology major. They look for a diverse set of people. The only advantage is that the MBAs are brainwashed into thinking they are McKinsey material, whereas the PhDs somehow do not get that treatment and therefore are scared of applying and think that the MBAs can do something more than they can do. But in fact, you're better suited as a PhD to work in MBB because this is about thinking and it's not about any knowledge you already have. So as a PhD, don't worry about it. If you have doubts whether you're made, I'll help you. You can always check out my program. Wait, where is it? You can always check out moritzgruber.net/CV and sign up for a, whoops, doesn't work. You can sign up for a webinar I'm holding regularly where I'll explain this to you, how the whole application works, and especially how you have to phrase your achievements so that you can actually make it. Yeah, moritzgruber.net/CV or free month. No, /CV, that's good. And now let's move on. I'm interested in working in a management consulting firm. How can I make my cover letter stick out? Yes, same topic. I'm explaining it in the training, but also in this group, you can find some material under the guides. I posted something there, how do you write your CV and how do you write your cover letter? If you want to go deeper, I'm holding trainings on this as well, and I'm even helping people write theirs. To answer the question, you make it stick out by making it 3 short paragraphs. First paragraph is about why is the firm great? Answering the question, have you already looked at this firm or are you just completely new? Are you randomly applying? Second is what makes you great? Not more than 5 lines, only the highlights. And the third paragraph, how will you add value? Do you have any idea what you want to do in this firm? That makes a great cover letter. Go to the units, I'm explaining it there a little more. Or join my training. We are really going into deep detail on how to write the perfect cover letter. Cracking interviews, well, that's not a question. Partners for mock interviews, yes, you can find them here. You're looking for experience from the community. Yes, post your questions in the group. There is some people who've already made it. They will answer your questions. Go in there. You want to know about case interviewing questions. You know what Google is? Google, Google case interviewing questions. I mean, there's a ton of free material out there. The question is really not, what are they asking? You can read that up on the internet. I mean, even the firms themselves explain it. They tell you, this is the question we're going to ask you. Typically, the question is, that the problem people have is that they think I am not good enough. And that's why they don't tell a fascinating story about themselves. And that's what we're getting over in my training. So it's typically not a problem of understanding what are they going to ask me, but it's how do I get over the mindset that they're looking for somebody who's better than me, because then your answers will be bullshit. Case prep questions, yes, same, Google it. Quantifying experience is integral to a structured CV. However, as a young graduate with little to no experience, what are your recommendations to showing quantifiable skills? Very good question. Look, it's not about the size of your achievements. The question is, Have you moved the needle anywhere? And this doesn't necessarily need to be professional experience. Look for anything, sort of extracurricular activities, sports. Have you maybe led a team? Have you achieved something in sports? Have you achieved something artistically? You know, everybody has something that is special about them. And we want to bring out these things. We want to find the angle on everybody, or say, this is the interesting subject. This is the interesting part. This is the interesting detail. You all have it. I haven't met anybody ever who has supported who did not in the end find the nice, the interesting aspects about themselves. Typically, you're just standing there and saying, "Ah, shit, I don't have enough. I don't know what to say. I haven't worked at Goldman Sachs yet." But that's not the truth. You have achieved things. You just need to learn how to phrase it. And that's what we're doing in my trainings. And I've got a ton of free material on the website. Just look it up, please. Do I need to write in my CV? No, not in the CV. And in the cover letter, you just say which office you want to apply for. Don't worry about that too much. How do I hack the interviews? Well, that's a long question. That's what we're dealing here with. Follow me here. I'll explain a lot about it. Listen to my podcast. I explain a lot there. Join my training. I'll explain it to you there. What are the most common interview questions? Please Google it. The interview consists of the biographical interview. Can you take me through your CV real quick? The so-called personal experience questions, which are mostly about inclusive leadership. Tell me about a time where you showed inclusive leadership, or tell me about a time where you managed a personal conflict. Tell me about a time where you managed a team conflict. It's typical 10 questions. And a case. If you don't know what a case is, better understanding what a case is. So let's see if there's any questions in the chat. Nope. All right, let's answer a couple more questions. What have you contributed to achieve your ultimate career goals? Do joining the consulting firms fulfilling your dreams other than decent salary? Oh, hell yeah. It opens doors. You are very special material. After even working there for 1 year, you are a different breed. You can go anywhere and show it, and it will be your entry ticket. You learn how to think. I didn't learn to think at university. I learned to think at McKinsey. You meet amazing role models. You learn how to drive things forward, how to structure any problem so that it becomes solvable, what it means to find solutions, what it means to get like 5,000 people to run into one direction. That's all the things you learn there. So this is, that question is a bit funny. Okay. How can I help others? Well, offer yourself here. How to improve a particular point on my CV, a cover letter. Yeah. You know, the key rule is make it specific. The 3 steps of enlightenment to good communication is initially people try to put a lot of information on there because they think they're going to win with detail, but nobody can read all that detail. The second step is they become abstract. And then it's this abstract bullshit. And it's just like this, oh, I did a high impact discovery journey based on latest insights, and it's meaningless, but it's abstract. And then they go to the 3rd level of enlightenment, which is you want to communicate the concept through the best example. Yeah? Communicate the concept through the best example. That's the 3rd step of enlightenment. Trust the reader that he will make up the concept in his mind based on your example. That's how it works. Cool. That's it for today. Any questions? No. guys, you can always hit me up if you want to do more. I have trainings out there. You can either sign up for a webinar, which is moritzgruber.net/CV for the webinar, or you can check out the training. In the training, I will give you an unstoppable mindset on the way. I will show you how to tell your story of amazingness. And I'll show you how to put it onto paper so that literally when people read it, they're like, oh my God, I have to interview that person. That's what we do in the training. So 8 people watching, you guys give me a comment down here. Give me a thanks, give me a hi, give me a whatever. Please let me know what you think, or let me know how I can be more helpful. And I'll write the links here. So I'll wait for a little bit if you guys still want to. And I'll post the. Guys, 9 people watching. Give me your comments. Okay. Do you focus on professionals or also on students who were at the beginning of their studies? Yes. I always advise people to start as early as possible. Learn to tell your story of amazingness. Learn to be unstoppable on the way into these firms, networking, getting in touch with these people, losing all fear of them, attending all of their events. I just had somebody who totally, completely turned around their game by attending all the events, and now the firms are all after them. Please start early. Please, please, please start early. This is gonna be a major breakthrough for you. So this is, please learn these skills early. Henning, thanks for the question. Yeah, let's see. Anybody else? Any other questions? You guys, still 7 people in here. Give me a thanks, give me a hi, give me a whatever. I'm doing this for you. Let me know your questions. Oh, cool. Cool. You guys, that's it for today. Post questions in the group and then I can answer them.